For more updates on the upcoming Papal Conclave, we have Mon Gualvez joining us live from the Vatican. Mon, the conclave is set for tomorrow. What is the atmosphere like over there? Are people nervous? Are people excited? What are they talking about?
Gretchen, good morning. The people here at the Vatican are actually excited in the upcoming conclave tomorrow. Pero syempre ngayong araw, this is the last leg of the congregation of the cardinals that which this is the perfect time for them to speak up kung sakasakali sa mga issues na concerning ng Catholic Church sa mga panahon na ito. No? So kahapon napakarami nga na-discuss, you've mentioned some of them. At ito ay nilahukan ng nasa 179 cardinals, including the 130 cardinals na inaasahan na boboto dito sa mangyayaring conclave. At talagang nabanggit nga no, yung canon law and the role of the Vatican City-State, yung missionary nature of the church, the role of Caritas in defending the poor, and the presence of so many journalists was highlighted, seen as a sign that the gospel has meaning for the world today as a call to responsibility. Siguro nabanggit din ito ng mga cardinals dahil talagang nag-aabang kami kahapon dun sa labas ng Synod Hall na pinag-i-stay nila for the gathering, for the congregation, at talagang lahat are persistent to ask the cardinals, some of the cardinals who are going out dun sa area, pero talagang mailap sila at matipid sa kanilang mga sagot as they had their oath of secrecy para nga hindi masyadong mapag-usapan na yung mga bagay na ito. Although naglalabas naman ng Holy See Press Office ng summary of what they are talking about inside. No? So the people here are excited, anticipating actually ang marami sa mga taong nag-aabang sa pagsisimula ng conclave tomorrow, May 7. Gretchen.
Mon, we talked about several issues nga, no? Including the global conflicts at hand, migration policies, and of course, at the center of all of that is the relevance of the Catholic Church in the middle of all of this turmoil. Give us a sense of the conversations you're having with the people there, the priests that you get to talk to, the ambassadors, the diplomats. What kind of leader are they looking for when you get to ask?
Yes, actually, yung mga serious concerns ngayon sinasabi ng mga priests dito sa Vatican is yung ano talaga, gender equality, issues on war, migration, environment, mga bagay na talagang nasimulan na ni Pope Francis during his term. Kaya nga ang parang tanong nila, will this be a continuation of what Pope Francis has started na bilang leader ng simbahang Katolika? No? So ito yung mga inaabangan kung ito ba ay mapagpapatuloy ng mapipili nilang susunod na Santo Papa, or will they shift to another parang pamumuno, no? Dahil alam naman natin, majority of the cardinals being elected or being appointed ay talagang pinangunahan ni Pope Francis. At iyon ang mga kasali sa cardinal electors na mangyayari nga sa conclave. No? So, sinasabi din na posibleng maging mabilis yung mangyayaring conclave. At ito yung mga inaabangan, no? Dito sa mangyayaring conclave starting tomorrow, May 7, Gretchen.
Okay, well, tomorrow natin malalaman kung may consensus nga ba dun sa continuity after what Pope Francis had done for the Catholic Church. But speaking of the papabiles, one name is also emerging as a papabile. It seems that Cardinal Ambo David is being tagged as a dark horse. Are you hearing things about him?
Yes, Gretchen. Actually, kasi yung mga papabili natin, no, dahil ito yung sa congregation or gatherings of the cardinals, dito kasi nabibigyan ng pagkakataon yung mga cardinals who would want to speak up, no, para mas malaman at mas maintindihan din ng kanilang mga fellow cardinal electors kung sino yung may mga pananaw na maaaring makakatugon sa mga serious concerns na kinakaharap ngayon ng simbahan. And Cardinal Ambo David is one na mga nagsasalita, no, dito sa mga ginagawa ng gatherings. So we just don't know kasi nga all of them are still eligible to be one na ma-consider as the new Pope, no? Kaya naman itong gatherings na ito, itong congregation na ito is very, very important because this is just the perfect time for them if they want to raise an issue, if they want to raise something na gusto nilang parang dapat maging concern. So ito yung parang nagsasalita na ang isang kardinal sa mga posible niyang gawin kung siya man ang magiging Santo Papa para ma-consider ng kanyang mga kapwa cardinal electors, Gretchen. And today, just to add it, magdagdag lang ako, no? Today is the last day of the gathering of the cardinals, no? So, after nito, talagang start na ng mangyayaring conclave that will begin with the Mass starting tomorrow morning.
Okay, have you visited the Sistine Chapel? What is it like over there? Marami na bang tao nag-aabang? And ano yung mga paghahanda na kanilang ginawa? Kahit from outside, your viewpoint.
Oo, nako, bawal eh. Bawal lumapit doon sa Sistine Chapel. Medyo naghigpit na sila ng security dito sa area. Lalo't nga dyan, magsasagawa ng pagboto yung mga cardinal electors once na mag-start yung conclave. The only preparation na na-reveal nila sa media right now is yung chimney, no? Yung paglalabasan ng usok that will show or that will give us a guide kung ano yung resulta ng naging pagboto ng mga cardinal electors. But other than that, wala na, no? Pero yung mga iba pang mga updates in terms of yung mga staff na mag-assist sa mga cardinal electors, nagkaroon na rin sila ng oath of secrecy once they started itong paglilingkod sa mga cardinal electors inside the Sistine Chapel and even in the Casa Santa Marta. Gretchen.
Mon, what are we to expect for tomorrow? What's going to happen exactly as the cardinals enter the Sistine Chapel for the conclave?
Yes, tomorrow, magkakaroon muna ng Mass, no? Sa St. Peter's Basilica, dito sa likod ko. Dito magsasama-sama lahat ng mga cardinal electors as they will attend a Mass early in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning here, alas 4 ng hapon dyan sa Pilipinas. At pagkatapos noon, pagdating ng hapon, dito na pupunta sa Sistine Chapel ang mga cardinal electors at doon na sila start na ikukulong para nga magsimula na yung unang pagboto sa conclave at inaasang ilalabas yung resulta na yan ng gabi, alas 8 ng gabi dito. So 7 or 8 p.m. lalabas yung unang usok dito sa Sistine Chapel, and then after that mangyayari na yung mas maraming beses na botohan kinabukasan May 8 and sunod-sunod na yan, Gretchen.
Yun nga, no? Tapos magkakaroon din yata ng oath and Litany of Saints. Magpuprosesyon ba sila mula sa St. Peter's? Maglalakad all the way. Oo.
Yes, oo, tama ka dyan. So this will be very, very ceremonial na makikita ng tao, ng publiko as they papunta dun sa Sistine Chapel from the St. Peter's Basilica. At yung pag-stay naman nila sa Casa Santa Marta, they have an option, no? Pwede silang ihatid doon, pwede rin silang maglakad. Pero syempre, on a route na talagang safe for them at talagang that they can maintain their serenity at yung pananalangin pa rin nila dahil bawal na sila mag-usap-usap once they entered once they started the conclave. Gretchen.
Okay, Mon, just as a final question, no? Are the Filipinos excited there? I mean, for the possibility of having Cardinal Tagle's name in the bag as one of the papabilis. Another man has been added to that list, Cardinal Ambo David. Ano yung mga sinasabi ng mga Pilipino dyan? Siyempre, on one hand, mayroong Filipino pride, but on the other, yung possibility na talagang mananalo at also kung siya nga ba yung kinakailangan ng simbahan sa ngayon?
Most of the Filipinos na nakakausap natin dito sa Vatican, Gretchen, talagang excited. And parang talagang, sabi mo nga, Filipino pride. Kaya kung sila ang tatanungin, mas gusto talaga nila ng mga Filipino cardinals ang maaring mapagpilian at maging susunod na Santo Papa. Pero dahil nga patuloy yung pakikiusap ng CBCP or Catholic Bishops Conference of the Philippines, maging ng mga mismong kardinal na nandito ngayon, talagang mas dapat ipanalangin at hindi pag-usapan yung mga pagiging kandidato ng mga naturang Pilipinong kardinal sa mangyayaring conclave or conclave, no? Kaya talagang this is the perfect time na ipagdasal natin sila at ito rin yung perfect time para mas ipagdasal natin na yung susunod na Santo Papa ay talagang leader na maaaring makatulong sa ating relihiyon as a whole. They are saying that, Gretchen.
Well, Mon, kasama mo kami sa pagdarasal. Pero mukhang masarap din magdasal dyan sa likod mo. Napakatahimik, napakapayapa. Say a prayer for us as we head on to the conclave that is about to go down tomorrow. We hope that in the general congregation today, talagang ma-thresh out yung mga issues that need to be talked about. But in the meantime, please do say a prayer for us. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's 2 a.m. over there with daylight saving time. That was Mon Gualvez reporting to us live from the Vatican.